Welcome to the video, everybody. In today's video we are going to go over the controls for the GTFO VR mod. So here I am, started out. I've gone around and I've collected a few things just so I can show you kind of how everything works here. So first of all, we're going to go over the right hand menu, which on the Oculus Quest controller you use the right grip button, and that'll bring up this menu. And so from this menu you can select your melee weapon right up top, so that's what I've got selected. Then you can select your primary weapon. You can select your secondary weapon over here, and it also shows you how much ammo is remaining in your chamber or your clip, as well as your reserve. So I've got 8 rounds in the clip and 52 in reserve. So as I fire those, you'll see that change on this screen as well. So if you've got your secondary selected, you realize, oh, I've got to reload my primary. So over here you've got your tool. So this is if you brought a sentry or a seafoam launcher or a mine deployer or biotracker, that's going to be available from this menu slot. It'll also show you how much ammo is remaining in that item. Down here you've got your packs, so your med pack, your tool pack, or your ammo refill pack. Any of those are going to be available from there, and it'll show you how many you have remaining. So I have 2 toolkits remaining. This is your hacking tool. You normally don't need to select this from this menu. It is an option, but when you go to hack a door, this will come up automatically. And finally, this is your consumables. So I've picked up some glow sticks, and so it shows that I've got 12 glow sticks remaining. So that's how this menu works. So your left hand menu, on the Oculus Quest you use the trigger controller, or the trigger button, and that allows you to change from inventory menu, which we currently have selected, to the objective, which will bring up the objective menu. You can also go to chat, which will bring up if there's any chat messages. And of course, type in chat will allow you to type messages, and then you'll see them appear in chat. So let's go over this inventory menu, because that is kind of the main purpose of this video, because this is the trickiest thing to learn how to read. So when you start out, it's not very intuitive how to read this, but first of all, we're going to go over these top 5 rows. So what those show you is the amount of ammo that you have remaining in reserve. And so if I go to select my primary weapon, you'll see that it highlights yellow, and it shows me about roughly 60% or so full. So that's how I know I got about 60% reserve ammo in my primary weapon. Now if I switch to secondary weapon, you'll see that it highlights yellow. Any item that you have selected highlights yellow. So now in my secondary weapon, I've got about 50% ammo in reserve on that. Now if I select my tool, that's the third line, and it's going to highlight that yellow, and it's going to show I've got about, well, 66% in the tool reserve. The ammo pack, your pack, that's the 4th line, so I've got 2 remaining on that, and then consumable. So the 5th line is your consumables, so I've got 12 remaining of that. So now if I start to throw these, you'll see that go down. Each time I throw a stick, now shows me how much I've got remaining. Now let's go over the ammo again, because what the bottom right shows you is how many ammo you have remaining in your clip. So I've got 5, and that's why 5 are lit. So if I go now 4, 3, 2, 1, none, and then that'll, when I reload, that'll refill. And now if I switch to my secondary weapon, you'll see that it now has 9 blocks. And then you'll see the top bar that's highlighted also is going down. See that? So that's my total ammo I'm able to read at a glance here. Now, the last one that we didn't go over in the bottom left, that's your health. So right now I've got 100% health. They're all lit up. So let's go see if there's anything in here. There's usually some in here. Oh, none in here. Okay, well, there's probably some in here. Okay. That's different. There's usually some in there. Okay. Now there's definitely got to be some in here. There we go. So let's just go wake them up. And you'll see my health now going down. So that's how you can read how much health you've got left. Good job, Dada. So that's how you can read how much health you've got left. So that is how you read the inventory menu. Now there is one more option you may want to change. If you press the button to bring you into the menu, on the Oculus Quest that is the X button. I just pressed and held that to bring me here. I'm going to go to Settings, VR Settings, and then there is this Use Number Display for Ammo. And if you enable that, now it shows me a much more intuitive ammo display. So I usually use that one myself. Very quickly, one other setting you're going to want to change if you play this game seated. You're going to want to go into your VR settings and change two things. You're going to want to go and change crouch on IRL crouch to disabled, because that way when you're sitting you don't automatically crouch. And then you're going to want to change your floor offset. So change that to whatever your preference is. Go back into the game. And now, if I sit, I'm at the right height. And finally, one last little tip. If you want to bring up the map in VR, you can double-click that button that takes you to the menu. So if you just double-tap that, boom, there's the map. So very handy. Very good to know about that. And yeah, that's about covers it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers, everybody.